CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go, Carroll Links, and by Carroll Indoor Sports Center.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. It's Gold Rush night at South Carroll High School. We have Westminster taking on the Cavaliers in a Carroll County girls basketball class, the first of a varsity boys-girls doubleheader, and the girls game is our game of the week. I'm Pat Stoetzer, joined by former Legacy AAU girls basketball coach and coordinator Tim Whitehead. Tim, we're looking forward to a pair of teams here who are battling for first place in the county standings.
Looking forward to it. Should be pretty hectic in this gym tonight.
It's going to get crowded and loud as we go along. We have some pregame coverage for you here before we tip things off, but first, a few words from our sponsors, but don't go away because the game of the week will be right back.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Welcome back, CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer and Tim Whitehead here at South Carroll High School. We get ready for the Owls and the Cavaliers at the Carroll County Girls Basketball Showdown. Let's talk about both teams for just a moment as the teams warm up on the court and get ready for the first of a varsity girls and boys doubleheader. We have the girls game for you as the game of the week, the boys following. Westminster comes into this one 9-2 overall, 5-1 in the CCAL. The Owls have won 4 games in a row, and they won 7 of their last 8. Maddie Gaspin makes them go for sure. We'll talk more about her in a moment, Tim. She scored 14 points or more 8 times this year with a high of 29 points back in the season opener. Meanwhile, South Carroll 8-4 overall, also 5-1 in the county. They've turned things around after a 2-4 start. They've won 6 straight, and 4 of those have been county wins. Now, standout guard Leah Miller has averaged 15 points per game over her last 4, but she is not here tonight. She is out with an illness, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that as we go along. First, we look at some of the team stats ahead of the matchup tonight as the Cavaliers in their Gold Rush t-shirts warming up on the court. The Owls on that far side there in their whites. Like we mentioned, 9-2 for the Westminster, 8-4 for South Carroll, so a matchup of 2 really good teams. Here's the players to watch matchup. 2 to keep their eyes on the night, Maddie Gaspin of Westminster. We moved it over to Charlotte Harrington of South Carroll. Again, Leah's out with an illness right now, but Charlotte's going to have to pick up the pace, but she's doing a great job. 10.9 points per game and a little better than 5 rebounds. But you mentioned to me, Tim, before we started, you were questioning, hey, does Maddie lead the county in rebounds? And the answer is yes. So we have a pair of premier players to watch tonight. What do you expect out of each of them?
Big time players step up big time in big games.
Yeah.
And I expect nothing but that. I expect South Carroll to be really enthusiastic and have a lot of adrenaline going through them. This is a big game for them. It is Gold Rush night. It's like their homecoming. They're looking forward to it.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously an old standing rival in Westminster trying to do what they did last year actually on this court. We'll talk more about that in a second, where they rallied late, forced overtime and got the job done and on their court. So that's a little bit of a revenge mix there, too. Actually, these two teams faced off earlier in the season, December 20th, just before the holiday break in Westminster High School, and CMSportsNet was there to bring you the highlights. Let's take a look back at how the first game between these rivals went down.
We had a quadruple header of basketball action Friday, December 20th, as SC traveled to Westminster to take on the Owls. Westminster starts strong in the opening quarter, and they cap it off here with this steal by Aspen Higgs. Cole Peach finds Brinley Bogue in transition, and the sophomore finishes under the bucket. Owls lead 10-4 after one quarter. Emma Jones finds Maddie Gassman here behind the arc, and the senior drains a triple. The Owls extend their lead. It's all Owls in the first half, and they finish strong when Gassman comes off a Cole Peach screen. He finds Peach rolling to the basket. Her shot doesn't go, but it's collected by Lila Halsey, who goes back up with the second chance points. Westminster 20, SC 12 after one half of play. Jenna Todd scores the first points in the second half when she gets this turnaround jumper to go over Xavier Berge. The Owls start to pull away after Gassman finds Peach here, who drains the three-pointer. The Cavs aren't going quietly, however. Kendall Curtin inbounds to Leah Miller, who bangs home a three well behind the arc. At the end of three, it's Owls 29, Cavs 20. The Owls hit their free throws at the end of the game to ice the Cavs out, and the final score is 43-29 as Westminster improves to 5-1 and collects their first county win of the young season.
And the Owls haven't lost many games since. Here's some recent results from around the Carroll County Athletic League. Westminster beating Liberty, Man Valley in a low-scoring game, taking care of Winters Mill. South Carroll got past Century, and FSK took it to Boonesboro a couple nights back. We've got an updated look at the Carroll County standings for you here, with only a few games played last night. And there you go. We talked about it, Tim. A three-way tie for the top with Key, Westminster, and South Carroll. Key gets Winters Mill tonight, and you got Westminster and South Carroll playing each other here. And we can look at some upcoming games of note from around the Carroll County Athletic League as the warm-ups are over here on the court. And there's your matchups for tonight. Liberty at Man Valley actually already tipped off a little while ago. That's a doubleheader up in Manchester. Westminster, South Carroll now. FSK at Winters Mill in about a half hour from now. And we are about set for the starting lineups. I think we'll start with the Westminster Owls. They're going to be wearing their black uniforms, black jerseys, and black shorts. And while we get here, Tim, just a couple keys to the game in your eyes, if you're Westminster.
If I'm Westminster, I want to start off fast. I want to keep the quiet. I want to keep the crowd quiet.
Right.
And I want to see Maddie start off fast. I know she likes to get other players involved, but they feed off of her. So I'd like to see her get going a little bit.
And I think if you're South Carroll, you just got to find a replacement for Leah Miller tonight.
Absolutely. And they have a little size. I don't know if they're going to use it, but they have a little size. And Westminster's kind of small. Let's see if they take advantage of it. Because one thing we know, they're going to beat bombs away. They're going to put it up behind the arc.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. They like to shoot the three, so we'll see how that develops tonight. There's Westminster's lineup: Xavier Berge, Emma Jones, Cole Peach, Brinley Bogue, and the senior guard, the reigning CMSportsNet Player of the Year, Maddie Gassman. When the season started, Tim, for Westminster, it was kind of going to be, we knew what you got out of Gassman. You graduated a couple players that were key contributors. Who was going to be the next person to step up? It's been a couple players this year for the Owls.
There has been a couple players. Brinley Bogue is starting to step up the last couple games. Freshman Xavier starting up. She has looked pretty good the last couple games. She's starting to get comfortable.
And Emma Jones has found a niche in the backcourt too.
And Emma Jones is a defensive pest for everybody.
Pest in a good way, right?
Yes,
if you're Westminster.
That is correct.
Yep. And again, the red-hot South Carroll Cavaliers, again, they were 2-4 earlier in the year. Things weren't really going the way they wanted to, and they have flipped the switch with 6 games in a row.
They have. They lost their leading scorer early, and I think they finally found their sea legs. And they're playing a lot more aggressive right now. So with a little confidence and with this aggression, they're building off of what they did last year.
Check out that starting 5, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior. Normally Leah Miller is in there, but she is out tonight. You can see Harley McKee, Tim just mentioned, unfortunately went out for the season with a knee injury. You see her there on the crutches. She was the returning leading scorer for South Carroll and started off the season with a couple nice games and then got hurt. So there's Charlotte Harrington there. So it'll be South Carroll and Westminster in just a moment, but first we will pause as the spectators in the gym rise to their feet and we will hear our national anthem. Faces there, Tim, as our camera folks picked up the teams lined up there. They're ready for business here.
It's for first place. So you have a 3-way tie, and everybody beat each other. So Key beat Westminster, Westminster beat South Carroll, South Carroll beat Key. So they want this recognition. They want it. Yeah, and this is right around the time of the year when both teams have gone through the first pass. They've played everybody at least once. Some teams have played twice, but this is the second matchup here. So you lean on a little bit of what happened back in December, but that was over a month ago. A lot of basketball has been played since now and then, but these two know each other very well. You see Coach Dave Urban there talking to his girls. I know Coach Ryan Hutchison is newer to the group, but he knows the program pretty well already. So it's a good rivalry game. It just happens to be Gold Rush night, so the stakes are high here tonight in Winfield. The stakes are high. We're looking forward to it.
We are. And we're glad you guys are with us back home or wherever you're watching our game, the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Just a reminder, we'll have the boys game streaming live for you after this. That follows, we had JV girls and the JV boys game came right down to the last few possessions here too. So Gold Rush already off to a good night. Like Tim said, the crowd is still filing in there. You see some of the T-shirts they gave out tonight for the Gold Rush fans, and it's a cool event. I like when teams do this and they get everybody in one spot. It's kind of a fun thing for the community to come out and really support basketball or athletics in general.
It is. I do. I think every school should have something like this. It benefits between the shirts, the concessions. They can raise a little bit of money. Yeah,
that's definitely true. And more teams are doing it. You and I have already been to a doubleheader or two, the first of a doubleheader. So and they're doing the same thing at Man Valley tonight. So, all right, opening tip. We're underway. South Carroll controls it, and the Cavaliers offense.
Westminster starts off a man.
That was Kendall Curtin there, dribbling down toward the baseline, kicked it back out. Coming up on 10 to shoot. This is Caden Curtin, her sister, guarded by Maddie Gassman. Gives it back off to Curtin. 4 to shoot. Jenna Todd, nothing doing there. That's a shot clock violation. Good defense. That was Jenna Todd having to take a long-range shot. Probably not the shot they wanted there, but Westminster defense up to the task.
Nice, solid help. So here you can see they're going to play tight against Maddie today. They got man right on her, and everybody else will play a man with help.
So we saw Francis Scott
There's a good
Key
backdoor step right there.
Emma Jones, that's a long 2 off the mark, but Cole Peach gathers the rebound. And now Gassman's got it inside to Peach. Oh, nice idea, just a little long for Peach and a turnover.
And that's the correct play because they're going to overplay Maddie Gassman all game. So someone is going to be open on a backdoor.
I was mentioning that we saw Key do that to success in the game.
Correct.
That the Eagles beat the Owls. They really held Maddie down as much as you can with a good player like Maddie.
And you have to. You want the ball out of her hands. You do. And you make someone else beat you. And And that's not a put down to anybody else.
Sure, no, absolutely not. That was Jenna Todd again. So she is 0 for 2 here early with long-range shots, and now Gassman brings it up the court. Little perimeter passing here. That's Berge, 0-0. The freshman, here's Cole Peach. Back inside to Berge, nobody there. Berge lays it up and in. The freshman forward there. That's when Westminster's at its best. When they get that extra pass in, you know what you're going to get from Maddie. It's what everybody else can do.
That is correct.
And that was a good possession there by the Owls.
And their spacing's correct. They have a good, nice spacing right now.
Something you talked about a couple games back. It was a little bit bunched up, a little bit hectic, frenetic. Here's Jenna Todd again from about 15 feet. That one goes in, actually a little bit further than that. So Jenna Todd's on the board. Give her 2. Almost a turnover. And there is a turnover. All the way, it's a little high off the glass. That was Gabby Evans, a sophomore. There's a shot taken by Caden Curtin that was a little bit strong. And
good rebound by Peach.
Yep, and then Brindley Bogue will bring it up the court. Emma Jones tried to do something with it. This is Bogue. Clangs one off the backboard. Let's see, hustle there, and going to be a foul. Just hustle foul there.
South Carroll foul, called number 14, Charlotte Harrington, her first team.
Harrington gets called for the foul.
I think a lot of their offense for Westminster we're going to see tonight, they're going to space out, and I think you're going to see drives down the middle. Help's going to come, and it's going to be a kick out.
So first foul of the game, the Owls will keep it on offense. Get it inside to Gassman, and she comes up a little short, gets the rebound. Still fighting for it. Third time's a charm for Maddie Gassman. She's going to fight for that ball every time it doesn't go in.
She's got a nose for it. She'll go after it every single time.
Her first points of the game. Kick back out. Here's a three-pointer in the near corner, a little bit short. That was Harrington, and Berge with the rebound. Long pass down, maybe a little ill-advised, although Berge gets it. Peach is left alone. They get it to Gassman, and she drives the lane and draws a foul.
South Carroll foul, call number 12, Kate Curtin, her second, team second. For her first, team second.
So Maddie Gassman will go to the line.
Maddie Gassman on the line for the Owls.
We're already halfway through the first quarter.
We are.
It's been a low-scoring game. Yep. Give Gassman 2 from the line.
And I like this from Westminster. Let's put some pressure on the ball here. Make them think about it a little bit.
And there it is right there. And
yeah, it's hard to set up your offense when you got someone right in your face.
It sure is. And, you know, Coach Urban and the Owls themselves, they know what's going on here. They know one of the top players in the county is not here, the one that handles the ball most of the time and has her hands on the ball at least. So how do we make up for that absence? Xavier Berge dials up a three-pointer. 8-2 Westminster here early on.
That's a bonus.
That is a bonus. That is a bonus.
Oh. Yeah.
Going to reach and foul, yep.
Your attention, please. Would a member of the TV crew please go over to between the home side of the bleachers to see the South Carroll administrator? Thank you. Now entering for the Owls, number 1, Riley Bunting. and number 20, Ashton Hicks.
I thought that was a shooting foul, honestly.
I did too, yeah.
Not this, they got the second foul, but I think they missed the first foul there.
Instead, it's a possession.
Yep. Down, there's steal.
Come the Owls here. It's Berge again.
Into the game. Aspen Higgs came into the game.
She did, and now a turnover. And here comes South Carroll.
I believe she subbed in for Cole Peach.
Long range shot again, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath, and Gassman trying to get it out there. Some
Riley Bunton.
Yep, that was some hustle play right there from both sides.
And even though it's a little sluggish, South Carroll don't want to get too far behind.
Now entering for the Cavaliers, number 1, Rowan Miller, and number 4, Campbell Black.
So we got a substitution now. And South Carroll brings it up. 8-2 with 2:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Oh, one for steal. That opens it up.
And a foul called.
Westminster foul call number 20, Aspen Hicks.
Aspen questioned that call, but anytime you swat down, 9 times out of 10, they're going to call that a foul, whether it's all ball or not.
And the free throw is good. Second one is good.
Maddie has the ball here. Westford's moving around. Shot by Emma, she misses. Rebound by Aspen Higgs.
And a tie up.
Good ball call. Possession arrow to the Owls.
It's going to be a possession arrow to the Owls. Who has the hand key? We have to move them.
Westminster's inbounding.
Emma Jones takes a short range shot, won't go. And out of bounds, last touched. He'll stay with the Owls.
Nice
bank shot. Is that Bunting? Yeah, Riley Bunting.
Good left hand. Steal.
Emma Jones with the steal. She tried to get it down low to Higgs. No good. South Carroll will get it back.
Another steal by Gassman.
Back and forth. Ooh, the contact
Turnover.
there, nothing there.
They're letting them play a little
They
bit
sure
here.
are. There's a reach-in foul by Gassman. That was hectic.
Yeah, they could have called about 3 fouls. That one all back and
Yeah,
forth.
no doubt, no doubt.
Westminster foul call number 24, Maddie Gassman. Her first, team third.
Inbounds now.
Still straight man by Westminster.
Oh, and a foul call. Nice drive, though, by South Carroll there.
Nice drive. Driving kick.
Westminster foul call to number 3, Emma Jones. Her second, team fourth.
Fourth on the team.
Shooting 2.
And Kendall Curtin will go to the line for 2 free throws. Short on the first one.
Now entering for the Owls, number 23, Brindley Bowe.
We have to watch that. That's 2 fouls on Emma. 2 fouls on Emma, so she's going out quick.
Yep. 10-4, Westminster leads. Makes the second one, so cuts the lead in half. And the Owls will bring it down. This is Brindley Bogue. 40 seconds to go, opening quarter, 10-5, Westminster. Little dangerous pass there.
That's a dangerous pass. Another one.
Maddie wanted to take that three. Triple team there at one point. And good defense. Turnover goes to South Carroll.
And that's what they're going to do. That's what they want to do with Maddie.
Harrington. Rebound back up and in. It's Campbell Black. 10 seconds to go. It's 10-7 in favor of Westminster. Final 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3. Maddie Gassman will drive under the basket. She's double teamed. She puts it up.
And
no good. Almost went in though to beat the buzzer.
Great comeback by South Carroll.
It sure was.
They needed that.
It sure was. That was 5 straight points. I believe it was 10-2.
That is correct.
In favor of Westminster. So, Tim, you were right. They were letting them play there in the first quarter, both teams.
Yes,
they are. 6 fouls called, but there was some good contact, good hustle plays. And the end of the first quarter, visiting Owls 10 and the home Cavaliers 7.
1 ticket for $5, 3 for $10, and 10 for 20. Also, don't forget, Cavalier fans, to stay tuned at halftime.
A lot of times with these games,
Championship Parkway.
they know they have back-to-back games.
Right.
As experience, they'll let them play a little bit.
Yeah.
Let the time go a little bit.
Okay.
They don't want anybody to get hurt, but they'll let the 50-50 calls go.
Sure, right, exactly. They're going to call egregious obvious foul, but they might let them play a little bit in terms of.
And as long as they keep the game under control, that's the way it kind of should be. Let the aggression play without. You can't have a foul and cause a turnover, but
correct.
If they're a little physical, let them be a little physical as long as they don't cause turnover.
And if it's going both ways,
absolutely,
that's the way it goes.
100%.
You coach girls basketball. You know within the first few minutes or two how the game's going to go most of the time, right? There's always
how they're going to call.
They're human beings. They're going to watch the game just the way you're watching the game. They've got the whistle, you don't. But that's the way kind of dictates how you're going to coach the game and how they're going to referee the game.
That is correct. And if they feel like it's getting out of control, they'll get real tight real quick, and that'll stop everyone.
And it gets lost in the heat of this, and of course it's intense and competitive. Look, they're doing the best they can. They're human beings. They're doing it in good faith. They're not out here to pick one side or the other. I know some of the fans think that sometimes, but
they won't call the aggression calls if they're in the right position and they're being aggressive with it. They'll let things go.
Nice drive. Charlotte Harrington. She draws a foul on Xavier Berge. That was impressive there by Harrington.
Now they have found something. They're going to get the ball to the wing. They're opening up in the middle, and they're going to go aggressive. And if they pick it up, they got the kick out or the roll right behind it.
First foul on Berge. Now fouls reset at each quarter, but a nice stroke there by Harrington.
You can see South Carroll's intensity pick up.
1 for 2 from the line. That makes it 10-8. We're just early here in the second quarter. Nice pass down low. Gassman, kiss off the glass, and good.
So that's going to be their adjustment. They're going to put her down on the block. You want to play me tight? I'll go down on the block.
Absolutely. Kendall Curtin gives off to Harrington. Tight defense.
Yes.
Nice kick back out for a 3, then no good, and nice rebound.
Nice rebound.
Higgs, Aspen Higgs, and now Brindley Bogue will bring it up.
There's the bombs away. You can see it, and now they're just missing. I mean, if they hit them, it's
right. If they hit them, they're in the lead here, so they're down.
Right.
They're down 4, 12-8. We're a minute in. Nice extra pass. Riley Bunting. Oh, good
hustle both ways.
Now let's see. I think it's going to stay with Westminster. That was good hustle from Rowan Miller for South Carroll, number 1, has checked in, a junior guard, 5'3", but she got all of her
Absolutely.
size in there to get that rebound. She was giving up a few inches on Riley Bunting. Nice pass inside. Berge guarded by Campbell Black, number 4. She's a freshman, so sophomore and freshman right there. There it is again. There's Bunting in the lane.
She hit that shot before, that little left. Oh,
Harrington muscling up. She takes it all the way with the left hand and scores. She swung the elbows a little bit there and got away with it.
here's the aggression coming.
And it's a 2-point game, 12-10 in favor of Westminster.
Now to put that wouldn't, as long as she has the ball and she's not swinging, vigorously to get out of the way, that wouldn't be a foul.
With intent,
if it's,
right, of course,
if it's part of the body, that's just part of what it is.
Right, yep. She's trying to create some space.
That's correct.
But she's allowed by getting the ball. Gassman, they're all over Gassman for sure. Now they're going to cause a tie-up.
They're going to double her now.
Rowan Miller, again, getting in there, getting on the floor. Coaches like the hustle plays when you get on the floor a little bit.
They'll stay on the court. They won't be on the bench with that.
She could be on the mop team.
Absolutely.
Long, I don't know if that was a pass or not. Oh, fighting for the ball underneath. They call a foul, they did.
That's number 2.
They called a foul on Xavier Berge.
So that's number 2. So now we're starting to get a little foul trouble.
That's 2 on Jones and 2 on Berge.
2 starters.
12-10, 5:52 remaining in the second quarter here on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week.
This is where we're going to see South Carroll aggression can it frustrate Westminster. And if it does, they can pick up some stupid fouls, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Cavs are already back in the game after the first 4 minutes of the game. It didn't look good at all, and now South Carroll's battled right back into this thing.
I mean, you can see they got a little pep in their step.
They do. Nice extra pass. Taken away.
Good block.
Good block. 7 to shoot. Harrington will fire for 3. Short. And Cole Peach gets the rebound. Oh, yeah. That's probably a good call on the baseline.
Yes.
She's being aggressive. Rowan Miller being aggressive for South Carroll. And a timeout Westminster. It's going to have to be.
They have to be. They're trying to.
I was just going to say.
They're trying to pick up for Leah Miller.
100%.
So they have to.
100%. That's what I was going to say. You got to have some aggression within the rules, of course, but you got to have some aggression, and you got to be able to pick up for that loss. When you're losing 15 points a game, it's got to come from somebody else. And
next person/persons up.
Yes.
Not one person's going to make up for what she does.
Correct. So timeout there by Westminster with 5:21 to go in the second quarter. Westminster 12, South Carroll 10.
Now we'll see if Coach Urban makes an adjustment here. They're doubling Gassman. They're begging someone else to take the reins of it and see who can beat them.
Yep.
And with 2 starters on the bench, we'll see who's going to
somebody else.
Who's going to do it?
Persons, like you said.
Yes.
So Bogue brings it up the court. Let's see what Westminster drew up out of that timeout.
There it is.
Peach inside, Higgs. Back to Bunting. Here's Peach again. Right in front of South Carroll's bench. Still time to go. Push shot. Doesn't go.
There's the success of South Carroll. Gassman did not touch the ball once in that possession. That's huge.
And it's a South Carroll ball after deflecting off the Westminster players. So the Cavaliers will bring it across the stripe. Harrington, has a tough pass. And twisted around, and Harrington goes down the court.
That's 2 athletes going at it right there.
She doesn't realize it's going
South
this
Carroll
way.
ball, yeah.
But it was 2 athletes going at it. So a jump ball turnover stays here, but
this is where I'd put the pressure right here. I wouldn't let them start the offense up. I'd have pressure right up on her.
Rowan Miller. Yeah, Rowan Miller got kind of caught up. Bunting. That was some contact down there.
That's a little contact right there.
Out of bounds. We'll stay with Westminster. 4:28 to go.
We're going to watch the replay here.
hard to see, but here, well, guess what? Turnover anyway, and South Carroll gets it. Tim called it early on there, letting these girls play tonight so far in the first quarter and a half of action. A little double screen there. I don't know if that was the intent, but that's what happened. Right down the lane. Nice drive to the hoop. Kendall Curtin, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
Got to keep eye. That's 3 team fouls this quarter, so only halfway through. Might get some free throws here.
Could be some free throw action, and we saw
that's number 2 in Higgs.
Yeah.
So
our boys game last week, I know you weren't there, Tim, with us, but we watched FSK and South Carroll, and Key struggled mightily from the free throw line and lost a fairly close game. So you got to try to hit at least half of those missed free throws, and always the lament, right, of the after. Hindsight. Oof, 2 for 2 there.
I said this as I walked in. Crazy things happen.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh.
Nice idea by Gassman. Addison Ruth was the intended receiver, I'll call her, and it was a little bit tough for her to corral that pass.
I think she was surprised that she was so open.
I think so too. So an Owls turnover, and back to South Carroll now. Here's Harrington. Gives it off to Miller. Miller will go inside. Yeah, there's a little bit of
weave
defense there. Yeah, it was the right idea. I think Miller just might have taken off a little too soon. Here's a pass. That's tipped away. Oh, and a little too high. So back-to-back turnovers. They're hustling on both ends of the court here. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Still 12-10 in favor of Westminster.
Somebody's going to want to put this ball through the hoop.
Well, you're amped up, right? I mean, you're amped up. You're trying to do something good for your team. And you're playing and as we see, the gym's filling up a little bit here as we near halftime.
And with it being physical, you get more amped up.
Sure.
You speed up. Yep. Everything speeds up.
Yep. There's Ruth. And they get it down low to Peach. Cole Peach draws a foul. That might be 2 on Harrington. Let's see. It is.
That is 2.
Jenna Todd set to come back in. Cole Peach will step to the line for 2 free throws.
Makes the first one.
Good on the first one.
Nice confident stroke there.
It sure was. And here's Cole Peach trying to go 2 for 2 and give the Owls a 4-point lead. A little strong, and a nice rebound there by South Carroll. Give that to Campbell Black. And here come the Cavaliers. Into Todd. Oh, dangerous pass. Kendall Curtin trying to give it up. Well, Westminster playing some tight defense, and they're going to call travel. They did. So turnover. So the Westminster defense starting to make a name for itself here.
That's correct. They know Charlotte's out, right? So they're going to amp it up a little bit themselves.
And Charlotte may. We'll see if Harrington stays out the rest of the half. We got 2:50 left in the second quarter. Peach on the wing. High pass. Finds its way inside. Gassman down low. Ruth pump fake and score.
Nice,
got one.
Nice pump fake.
Got one of the chops too, and still got it up there and in. So all of a sudden a 5-point lead. Caden Curtin.
Nice
drive by Caden Curtin. That's what South Carroll's going to need.
Yeah, they need that.
Match that back and forth.
Good high percentage shot.
It was, yeah, and a good take by the junior. Bogue goes in. That's a nice drive by Bogue, and she draws a foul.
That foul.
That's the aggression and the intensity you want, right?
That is correct. In a game like
this, you want to be able to get down there and create offense. You can draw a foul if you have to.
You don't have to pass outside.
Sure.
Go after it.
Brindley Bogue, sophomore guard, will shoot 2. Short on that first one. 2:05 to go.
A little timid.
A little bit.
Returning from Cavaliers, number 24, Gabby Evans.
It's safe to say we got a good crowd here filling up.
They're starting to come in now.
Gold Rush night.
Yeah, these students are coming in with sports jackets and everything and coming in now.
Business trip. 0 for 2. Big board there by Todd. And she'll get it up the court quick.
I look for her to step up here. There's a shot right there.
And
right on cue.
Jenna Todd on cue.
On cue.
Ties the score, 15 apiece. 1:50 to go. That was a good-looking stroke from Jenna
That was
Todd.
a good-looking stroke.
And sometimes it takes one of those to get them going, right?
Another turnover.
And trying to pass it down low.
Speed him up.
You see Gassman
Trying to calm him
to calm him down. Yep, that's good leadership right there from Maddie Gassman. That's a sophomore and a senior trying to work together.
That is correct.
Right? See a lot of the South Carolina wrestling team in their sport jackets over there, coming into the middle of the court, off to the side here. We got a tie score, 15 apiece. Oh, Jenna Todd, one extra dribble. And a turnover, and Westminster has it now.
You can see South Carroll's picked up. Everybody's picked up now. And it's bothering them. It's bothering Westminster.
Indeed. Some good motion
That's a good
offense.
move.
Cole Peach, that was a good move.
Yes.
Jenna Todd, the outlet pass. Gives it off. And scoring off the glass is Kendall Curtin. And with under a minute to go, South Carroll has a 2-point lead. It's 17-15. We haven't seen Maddie Gassman score in a couple minutes, it feels like.
She cannot get the ball right now.
And the legal screen. Going to get Addison Ruth. She wasn't set. South Carroll has a chance here.
They picked up the intensity, and they've sped Westminster up, and Westminster has to get the composure.
It's good credit to South Carroll missing their top player. One of their top players.
Coach Urban's going to save his timeout.
Sure.
It's at the end of the half.
At a half. It's a 2-point game.
40 seconds left, so.
Right. So they'll get the ball back in theory. At least
Yes.
that's their thought. Gassman guarding number 12, Caden Curtin. Knocked out of bounds. Nice drive to the basket by Kendall Curtin. And this is Kendall inbounding it. All the way back out to sister Caden. Kendall and Caden. That was a nice job, everything but the bucket there. And now Westminster has a chance to tie it or take the lead, and you got Maddie Gassman with her hands on the ball.
Yep.
15 to go before halftime. Addison Ruth. Back to Gassman. This might be the play here.
I think she's going to take this. Nope. Good discipline. That's
Jenna Todd called for the foul. That was a nice play by Westminster.
That was a nice play. Nice pick and roll.
Said they got her on the head. Riley Bunting will have a chance for 2 free throws with 4.5 seconds to go. So we could have a tie score here with 4.5 seconds left.
That's a nice stroke.
Bunting pure on the first one. She'll get one more. 4.5 to go. 17-16. South Carroll leads.
Made
them both. 2 for 2 for Riley Bunting. 4.5. Here we go.
We've seen half-court shots go before.
We sure have. There's Jenna Todd for one. No good there. But South Carroll got its chance, and we have reached the end of the first half. Low scoring, but competitive for sure. Our halftime score here on Gold Rush night at South Carroll High School. Westminster 17, South Carroll 17. Quick thoughts on what we saw. We took them a little while to get going. Once they did get going, to me, so far, the theme of the first half has been defense.
Defense, and I think South Carroll is drew up a good defense against Gassman, against Westminster. And you can see it, you can tell. Westminster has a lot of turnovers here in this first half.
They're a little frustrated.
That's correct.
Yeah, we'll talk more about the second half and the keys to the game, but we'll sit tight, hear from our sponsors, take a quick break. Don't go away. There's more CMSportsNet Game of the Week coming right up.
Gear up. Adult volunteers are needed for robotics tournaments. First Chesapeake, part of a global robotics community for youth ages 4 to 18, seeks adult volunteers to serve as referees, judges, and support staff at tournaments across Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia, each year from November to April. No robotics experience is required. These free events inspire youth to explore STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, while fostering leadership and teamwork. Volunteer today. Sign up online at firstchesapeake.org/volunteer. Let's gear up for the future.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance.
Welcome back to the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer and Tim Whitehead and the Chick-fil-A cow with us here today.
That's it.
Halftime score is tied up 17-17. Westminster and South Carroll girls basketball. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of play. And Tim called it. I mean, it's been defense from both sides of the court. And we're going to see some of the highlights in the first half here. And it was just a lot of instances where both teams were just trying to get their flow, establish themselves rhythm on offense.
That is correct. The intensity made both teams speed up, and guess what? They made a lot of mistakes with it. You also noticed during the highlights, besides this one three-point shot, almost everything was inside the paint.
Yeah.
It was a layup or inside the paint.
Yep. Like that one right there. That was probably bunting high off the glass. Give that last three to Zalia Berge. South Carroll, you mentioned some of the bombs away. They were doing their best trying to establish that perimeter, but they got a couple nice second chance shots right there. And credit South Carroll for really playing some good defense there.
And their defense created their offense. That's what got their offense going.
Addison Ruth there with a good pump fake to get some points in the paint for Westminster, but we're going to see eventually, I believe this is going to be a good drive here to the basket.
Caden?
That was Caden Curtin, correct. Yeah, you have 50-50 shot at it. And then finally, Jenna Todd, she was taking some threes earlier on, and they weren't going down for them. That last one went in. And then more transition offense for South Carolina. That was Kendall Curtin.
Kendall Curtin,
yeah. So there we are, 17 apiece as Andrew Isacco, the PA announcer, is in the Gold Rush night. They try to do a little bit of extra stuff right now. I think they're recognizing South Carroll's golf team for its state championship that's won back in the fall, and they'll have the banner. The banner will go up on the wall, on the other side of the wall. There's your halftime score: Westminster 17, South Carroll 17. So Gold Rush night is quite festive, and it's a good chance. Look, we talked about it, right? You bring out the community, you recognize your new Hall of Fame class, which happens at halftime of the boys' game after this. But then right now they're recognizing their state champions from last year. It's really great for a school to be able to do that.
School spirit. It's good to have school spirit. Bring the alumni out. Bring the current kids, faculty, everybody out. It's a great time.
Time to check out the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. It comes from Winters Mill High School. It's a wrestler. He aced all his matches last week, and that included going 5-0 and winning his own home tournament, the Falcon Invitational, at his weight class. Time to find out who it is from Winters Mill. All right, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Chris Gang, Winters Mill Wrestling. Undefeated last week, Chris, in first place at the Falcon Invite. I think 6-0 last week if you count the duel against Hereford. Just what was going well for you last week? I'll get to the fact that you haven't lost a match yet, but what was going well for you last week to be able to get that victory at the tournament?
Yeah, last week, looking at the competition, I knew I was going to have some good matches there, so just getting ready at practice mentally and physically, getting ready for the top competition.
Is it make it a little more special that you were able to do it here at the Falcon Invitational? It's been a long time tournament, and obviously you're a veteran of this team, so getting the first place win there, make it a little more sweet?
Yeah, getting the win at the home tournament, it's always nice to have happen. So.
You're off to a good start. I think 21-0 so far as we're recording this. What's been the one or two things going so well for you the first start of the season here?
I had kind of a rough summer coming. I had surgery, so just getting back from all that and pushing the pace in the practice room and helping my team get better. It's really working, trying to carry the team.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot better this year.
Yeah, off to a good start as a team as well, no doubt about it. You mentioned to me earlier that you already got to 100 career wins earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. You're on the list there in the county champion. You're on the wall a couple times. This is a program that's had a lot of great wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell you to pick one, but more cool to have the 100 wins or also to be a reigning county champion going into your last round here?
I think 100 wins because there's not a lot. We have a board up there, and there's not a lot of people on that board, but we got a lot of county champs. So
it's a short list for now, and obviously a short list too for a state championship. So my last question to you is, what's your guiding factor here in the next month and a half or so to get ready for that final push to March?
I have a lot of coaches that are help pushing me, and a lot of alumni coming back to help push me because they all know that I can win a state championship. So just taking what my coaches tell me and believing in myself.
All right, man. Well, congrats on a great week last week. Good luck the rest of the year. That's Chris Gang, the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Barnes Bollinger Insurance.
Congratulations to Chris Gang, the CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week from Winters Mill Wrestling. We just had South Carroll's golf team unveil their banner on the baseline behind the basket, and I believe next up is going to be South Carroll's wrestling team for its state dual meet championship a year ago. So we will get it over to the court momentarily and show you the rest of the festivities. There's an extra halftime here tonight, so about 7 minutes before the second half begins. And there you see Tim Novotny, the AD, about to hand off the hardware to Coach Brian Hamper and his wrestlers who are waiting in the wings here after this golf team takes a picture there under the basket. Again, Tim, it'd be awesome for every school to do this, but when you got a school like a Westminster or South Carroll, they've been doing this forever. We see all the banners on the walls over there. Not every school's been around that long, so with a rich history like that, where you have your athletic Hall of Fame, where you can see it in the gym, we're sitting underneath some of those wrestling banners. When the banners are dotted with all the names of the past, and even not that distant past, it's just a really cool thing to recognize as many people as you possibly can on a night like this.
Like I said, it's school pride. We all go to high school just once. That's it. We have one time to get through this, and it's nice for everybody, especially for the student athlete.
And what better time than to try to do it on a Gold Rush night or things like that.
That's correct.
Yeah. So Coach Andrew Isacco is announcing some more of the athletes. This is the wrestling team now. Of course, we know a lot about South Carroll wrestling. Unbeaten last year in dual meets. They got to the state finals. They won those for a third straight year. Then they succeeded as well in the individual state tournament, and individuals getting called out now to receive an award for their hard work. And look, they're back at it right now anyway this year. They're right in the thick of it again. So but wrestling fans know it's going to start success in Carroll County is huge. It starts with a team like South Carroll, at least in the last several years. So
with success for the young kids, they want to have that success too.
Yeah.
So for the future students, they come out and see this.
100%.
They start working hard
100%.
3 years, 4 years, 5 years before they get to high school.
And this golf team, a moment ago, they recognized that. They did this last year too. They're back-to-back state champions. And golf is a sport in Carroll County that you don't get too many. If you look at the list, it's a short list. And state champs, South Carroll's got 2 in a row. That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
You're a golfer yourself. You know what it takes to be a pretty good golfer.
I do. It takes a lot of dedication. I can tell you that. You need patience as well.
Patience and know not to get too frustrated with yourself, right?
It can go bad real quick.
And the quality of the high school golf really does blow me away sometimes. I've been able to cover matches through the years, and it's not just going out there and having a good time. These guys are out there to win it.
The county, the local golf courses, the proprietors of the golf courses have helped out tremendously
no doubt.
with the amount of practice that they allow them to come up and play,
no doubt.
hit shots, putting green, etc.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to run a business and help the team out too. So they're giving them driving range time and things like
Correct.
that. So they're going to go over and give South Carroll a team photo and then unveil their. Actually, the dual meet banner's already been unveiled, so they're just out there to get more accolades, and rightfully so. Here's your team stats through the first half of play. Tie score. Look at that, right down the board, exactly the same. 4 for 8, 5 twos apiece, 1 3 apiece. Makes sense when you're 17 apiece.
I bet you the turnovers are the same too.
In the first half,
close.
Yeah, real close indeed. And your team stats, and then we'll take a look at the updated players to watch match up. And Charlotte Harrington and Maddie Gassman even
exactly
as well.
The same.
Yeah, even as well. So not surprising. It's been a pretty even game. We haven't seen Maddie really take over yet or been able to take over, and that's credit to South Carroll's defense.
That's all credit to South Carroll defense. Their game plan has worked out for the first half. Let's see if it can go to the second half.
And if we're gonna talk about keys to the game, and we still have about 3.5 or so minutes to go here before we resume the second half. Fouls is the one thing I was going to ask you about, because I don't have it right in front of me now, but as we're going to take a look at the scoring leaders too here, and we'll talk over that. Just what needs to go right now. If you're South Carroll, you got to attack with the girls that have 2 fouls for Westminster.
That is correct. Stay intense. Put those players, put the starters on the bench. Take them out of the game.
Maddie Gassman leading the way going into this game, 17 points a game, and like Tim was remarking, she's already at 9 rebounds a game, and that leads the county too. Leah Miller right behind her. Of course, that we talked about that already. No Leah Miller tonight. She's out with an illness, according to Ryan Hutchison, the South Carroll coach. There's rebound leaders as reported by county coaches to CMSportsNet. Assist leaders will be up next, and we'll see one of Tim's good buddies, Abby Rieger, leading the way, 4.7 assists per game. Maddie right behind her, though, just basically 4 assists. And Emma Jones with 2.7 right behind them. So, and then you can see Kendall Curtin in there. So some of the stars in the county are shining here tonight. And then again, guess who? Maddie Gassman leading the county, 72 steals through 11 games played. And pretty impressive with Abby Rieger right behind her. I mean, we got in Carroll County, there are games that come right down to the wire between 2 teams that you might not get the records and say, oh, they're having a bad season. Nuh-uh, not when they're playing each other in Carroll County.
That is correct. One thing you can say about Carroll County, they have some of the best guards in the region. Point blank.
No doubt about it. We have some, before we got a minute and 50 or so before we tip off, we have some highlights to show you as Westminster and Liberty faced each other on Tuesday. CMSportsNet had both games for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the girls' game between the Lions and the Owls from Tuesday. Liberty and Westminster faced off in Eldersburg on Tuesday, January 21st in a Carroll County girls basketball game, with the Owls trying to knock off the Lions for the first time this winter and win their 4th in a row. Maddie Gassman gets a pass from Brinley Bogue, and the senior knocks down a 3-pointer. The Owls are on the board early in the first quarter. Almost a steal here for the Owls, but Melissa Gollenbeck is in the lane, and she scores with a one-handed jump shot from about 12 feet. After one quarter, it's 14-11 in favor of Westminster. Liberty takes the lead on this drive to the hoop from Allison Bald. A nice play from the sophomore. Gassman spies the ball and then gets the steal and takes it the distance for a Westminster layup. And the Owls end the half like this. Gassman to Emma Jones, and the junior drains a long-range 3-pointer. Westminster leads by 9 points at the break. Some nice passing by Westminster. Gassman to Jones to freshman Xavier Berge for the layup, and the Owls are pulling away in the third quarter. Liberty trying to make it a game in the fourth quarter, and the Lions get some help from Paige McKnight from behind the arc. A nice shot by the senior, and give the assist to Gollenbeck. But it's just too much Westminster. Gassman passes to Aspen Higgs. She gets to the was the final score. So we are ready to go now. Third quarter is starting. Westminster has the ball.
And this is the adjustment I expect. Ball in Maddie's hand to start the offense and let the offense flow through her. That doesn't mean she has to take every shot, but she's going to be aggressive.
And how about that right there?
Yes.
Just kept it herself all the way around the arc and dribbled into the paint and drew a foul.
She has to have her hands on the ball at least twice per possession. It draws the defense to her. It opens things up.
10 seconds in. Oh, there you go. Okay, I thought I heard the third foul. That was only the first on Kendall Curtin. So, but 10 seconds in, and Westminster's already got. South Carroll's already committed one foul. So, oh, that's going to be a foul on Emma Jones, and that will be her third. Didn't mean to cut you off, but that was just a tough pass, good defense, and then the foul there. So that's going to have to take her out of the game, and Riley Bunting will come right back in. So 12 seconds in, and Emma Jones has to come out. That's tough, right? You want to be aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive with the two fouls, and that's a learning experience for any player. But Emma's frustrated there. She'll have to come to on the bench.
So let's see if they continue to attack this basket and keep them in foul trouble.
Oh, legal screen. That's Todd. That's three. Two. My part. My bad, two. But still, early fouls here.
Well, you're going to see.
22 seconds into it.
They may have had a little talk at halftime, so we got to tighten this thing up a little bit.
How about that, huh? Isn't that funny how that works sometimes? Bogue goes all the way in. Ooh, a little bit of a tough shot.
That's good defense. Straight up and down. They were vertical.
And Bogue had to go around her. Didn't want to get called for the offensive foul. Jenna Todd. Here's a three-pointer in front of the students. Won't go. That was Caden Curtin, and Xavier Berge gets the rebound. And here comes Gassman. Gassman gives it off to Berge. Guarded by Todd. Oh, poked it away. Bunting. She'll try to get in the lane. She does.
Likes that left hand.
And a quick pickup by Charlotte Harrington.
There's
She's going down. A little bit ill-advised there. Maddie Gassman swipes it. She got caught up a little bit with the motor going there, did Harrington. Long pass. Cole Peach couldn't quite corral it. Turnover for the Owls. A little hectic here in the first minute.
That's a couple long passes that Westminster had, and they couldn't catch the ball.
That's been a couple times today.
A couple times.
Yep.
Second half is starting off like the first half ended.
This could be a race to 30 tonight, Tim.
Good defense again, straight up and down.
Harrington went up, did not get the shot to go. Cole Peach tried for that outlet pass, but maybe they want to settle it down a little bit, does Westminster. Oh, that was, going to be a foul. That's three. That was interesting because Westminster got caught there a little bit, didn't want to pass it, but Todd goes up to play defense, and she fouls. So 3 fouls on Todd. And now the chess game needs to start happening here. That's Campbell Black coming in, the freshman. And we won't see Todd likely for a little while, and now is a chance to capitalize, right?
That is correct.
No Jones for Westminster, no Todd for South Carroll because of 3 fouls apiece.
And fouls are going to be, as we know, fouls are going to be an issue in this game now.
Yep. They have to be now. Ooh, double team,
Steal.
And it's going to stay here. Almost, Harrington almost got it.
Westminster's got to start going to the basket, not dribbling parallel with the basket. There you go.
That's a good play. That's a good play.
There you go.
Bunting to Berge, right back to Bunting, and Bunting draws a foul. And she'll get a chance for free throws. Gabby Evans called for the foul, just her first. And here's Bunting.
Nice
Got
stroke.
a nice stroke. Yep.
Nice stroke.
Yep, first one is pure.
Nice soft touch.
2 for 2, and the Owls have the lead, 19-17.
Oh, that's a walk. Yeah.
And they called it.
She took steps.
Yep. Harrington a little bit over anxious, if you want to say. That's not even really a word, but
What's great about these coaches, as intense it is, both of these coaches are just cool.
Oh, yeah.
As a cucumber,
Yeah.
sitting on the bench.
if they both understand there's a lot of game left here.
We don't see that a lot of times.
Cool and collected coaches.
Sitting on the bench
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Bergie. She created that
Yeah,
that
she
shot
did.
right there. Yeah, she created that shot.
You wouldn't see that with me either. I'd be up. I never sit down.
We're standing up right now.
They'd have to call technical on and make me sit down.
Yeah, I guess you're supposed to technically be sitting, right, for most of the time.
Once you have a technical, you
that's-
have to sit.
That's correct. Yeah. You can't get up anymore. That's right. That's the rule. You sound like you know from experience.
I know.
Bergie misses the first free throw. 5 points tonight for the freshman.
There we
Makes
go.
the second one, and it's a 3-point Westminster lead.
I like this. I like picking up here. I don't want to see him back off, but I like to see him pick up.
Harrington.
There they go, speeding up now.
Yep. Someone's open. Long three. Ooh. Saved. Oh, no, Westminster has it. That was a 3 by Kendall Curtin. And here comes Westminster. Bunting.
Now we got numbers. Okay,
Yeah,
backing up.
She backed it up. And again, last few possessions, Maddie Gassman hasn't touched the ball.
That is correct.
Peach will take a 3. And Cole Peach turns into a good pass.
Oh.
And Bergie gets a foul drawn. So Westminster starting to get a little bit of a run here. South Carroll can't figure it out.
They're starting to draw them now, being aggressive.
5th foul already on South Carroll, so they'll be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter. And that new rule is definitely an aspect of the game that can really determine.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to say it.
It makes you defend in a different way.
And coach and strategies are different too. Bergie missed that first free throw, so it remains a 3-point game.
The biggest thing is it's not 1-on-1 anymore. It's 2 shots.
That's what I mean, yeah. So you got to be careful, and they've already hit the limit. And we're only 3 minutes into the third quarter. 4-point Owls lead. Tight Westminster defense.
Don't bail them out. It's where you don't want to
Good
foul.
extra pass. Harrington gets to the lane, and she draws a foul. That was a good job by Harrington. Late in the shot clock, but smart play by the junior.
And when she goes to the basket, she goes to the basket with a mission.
Pardon me, she's a senior. Charlotte Harrington's a senior, but that was,
She goes for a
head
mission.
down, I'm going to the hoop, and there it was right there, and she drew the foul. So Charlotte Harrington gets a chance for 2 here. A little short on that one. Harrington with 5 points so far. Make it 6. Good stroke there. And it's now 21-18 in favor of Westminster. Bergie.
She was feeling it. She's feeling it.
It's refreshing to see an underclassman of that style going to the basket like that. She's so timid usually, and that's not a knock on freshmen. Just this is their first go-round of high school basketball. She's had, 10 games in her career.
She feels a little confident right now.
I like to see
it.
I like to see it. Nice job.
What's funny is she likes to go to her left, and I keep thinking she's left-handed, but then she shoots free throws to the right.
She's just trying to throw you off a little bit, Tim.
Yeah.
She knows you're watching this game on the broadcast. She's trying to make you work a little bit as an analyst.
Do you remember Carmea Bowman a couple years ago? She reminds me of a young Carmea.
That's a good qualifier for sure. Good comparison, I should say. So she hit them both. It's 23-18 in favor of Westminster. I mean, we know what kind of player Carmea was. She turned into a heck of a player.
Same type. There they are battling. There they are.
Offensive foul.
Yes. They are battling.
And it's Charlotte Harrington.
Yes. 3.
Fouls are now officially an issue for South Carroll.
Now it's a question, how long, who stays in? How long are you going to let them stay in for? Are you going to roll the dice?
For now, it looks like Coach Hutchison's going 7 deep. He's got 3 girls on the bench in T-shirts, reserves.
Yes.
We haven't seen them yet as far as to my knowledge. So right now, the 2 girls on the bench, at least one of them saddled with 3 fouls.
Nice move.
Nice pass down low. Riley Bunting gets it to go.
Yes. Nice look.
25-18, and the Owls are on a roll here in the third quarter.
And I think it's
kickball there. Nice
I think it's their defense. I think it's their defensive pressure that's picked them up.
I agree.
They're not laying off anymore. They're matching the intensity of South Carroll.
Which they weren't doing as much in the first half.
And now South Carroll is speeding up. And they're getting frustrated.
Got to get it in. They do. This is Curtin. Back to her sister. Campbell Black wanted the ball there. Let's see. It's a good passing by South Carroll. That's a good-looking 3, just a little bit short. That was Gabby Evans. That was on line,
nice
just a little short. And here comes Westminster. Gassman getting all kind of pressure on her.
They got to watch fouling. 2 shots if they go. Nice
Bunting
look.
steps back. This 3.
Nice look. Nice look.
Berge rebound. Ooh. Both went up for it, and South Carroll comes away with it. Maddie Gassman hit the deck. She comes back up to her feet, and she'll play defense. South Carroll gone a little cold here in the last minute or so, 2 minutes. Here's Evans. Nice pass in. That was a good play.
To be honest with you, I don't think they made a shot all quarter. I think it's a free throw they made.
It was 17-17, so yeah, you're right. And that was a good look there by South Carroll.
Yeah.
And Kendall Curtin get rewarded with 2 free throws. Second foul on Cole Peach. Nice shot there by Curtin. So there you go. Jenna Todd, about a minute on the bench. She's back. She has 3 fouls. You got to think Coach Hutchison told her, hey.
They're going for it. You got to just straight up and down.
Don't reach. Don't try to get in the way too often. You don't want to get a 4th here in the third quarter.
That's correct.
1 for 2 is Curtin. It's 25-19 in favor of Westminster.
See if Maddie draws a foul here.
Aspen Higgs in the game now for Westminster. Here's
Mike. Again,
Berge out.
There's a rebound.
Todd was aggressive. Gassman passed it off.
Nice look, though.
3 didn't go.
Nice shot.
Hustle for it. Fall on the ground. Jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it's going this way. So South Carroll rewarded with the jump alternative. Of course, I said this way and nobody can see me. It's going the other way is what I should have said. I'm on TV, right? That's not.
That's right.
Nobody can see what I'm saying.
2:30 left. South Carroll still looking for their first basket of the quarter here.
That's
see if they can drive, get to the basket.
A lot of credit to the Owls defense.
Bombs away.
Jenna Todd for 3. No good. Look at Rowan Miller, though, trying to get that rebound. I like the way she plays.
Away.
Bombs away indeed. But the bombs got to start going down if South Carroll wants to try to keep in this game.
Oh.
Harrington. Gassman, been a long time since she took a shot. That 3 won't go. Harrington helps South Carroll get that rebound. Double team, though, on the baseline. Taken away.
Nice pass.
Berge with the nice pass. Higgs scores. It's 27-19 in favor of Westminster. That's good teamwork by the Owls.
Great teamwork. You see the difference here. They're not looking for Gassman the whole time. They're playing basketball now. Whatever happens, happens, and they're stepping up. It's great to see. Another bomb.
She lined that one up, did Caden Curtin. It wasn't the worst shot ever. It was just a long-range 3, and it didn't go. And now the ball knocked out, fortunately for the Cavs, and it goes back to SC. Minute 28 to be exact.
It's the old adage: if you're not scoring, not getting any buckets, it's time to get to the free throw line.
Oh, Jenna Todd tried to do a little too much with the ball there. She took a tumble. It's a turnover.
Nice pass.
Nice pass down low. Berge. Oh. Berge thought,
for once, she was too open.
Oh, and they called a foul.
Yes.
They called a foul. That's 4. So Berge, I think, was expecting that defender on her, and she gave a little hesitate.
That's the frustration.
Yeah.
That foul was because she thought she should have had a foul on the offensive end.
Todd's got to come out now.
Yeah.
So. That's a big one because now you got a minute. You got basically 9 minutes left in this game, and you're not going to have that size and potential three-point shot. Aspen Higgs hits the first free throw.
And that's also size. You're going from 6'1" to 5'7". She's frustrated.
Oh, yeah. And that's what she wanted, some contact down there and didn't get it, and then comes down this way. Does a good job to help get the rebound. There's Maddie Gassman off the glass and good after the offensive board. And it is all Westminster now, 30-19. Again, like Tim said, South Carroll has not hit a field goal in this quarter.
Nice help defense there. There's a foul.
Yeah, a little bit of an aggression foul there. Reach in.
I think it's only one on her.
And it's only 4 on them, so
yeah.
they might get out of the quarter without shooting fouls, but yeah, it was the first foul on Bogue. Brindley Bogue, a sophomore guard.
Good position underneath
that
there.
That was, but Harrington couldn't get the shot to go. And Berge with the rebound. That was kind of close, but that was smart. Oh, nice job.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh. Bunting misses a bunny, but the Owls keep it.
So rush shot there.
Shot. Yeah, look at Bunting, though, get the board. And now they can set up. Screen. Gassman, stop and
nice
pops.
Step back.
Hits the three-pointer. 33-19, Westminster. An impressive third quarter here, Tim.
Nice third quarter, yes.
Harrington does a good job. She's done a good job there. At least getting on the baseline and making the contact.
And you have to. I think that's on Berge. That's number 3.
It is, you're right. Now, we're not obviously on the sideline with South Carroll, but I would imagine after these 14.3, as Harrington makes the first, if you're Ryan Hutchinson, you're telling these girls, we can't do it all in one possession.
That's correct.
We got to be slow, get back to what we're doing in the first half.
One stop at a time.
Yeah.
One stop at a time, and then let's attack the basket.
Which they did very well in the first half.
Yeah.
So she hits them both there, 33-21. Still a double-digit lead for Westminster they can hold for the last shot.
Oh.
Brindley Bogue.
Oh, and Maddie Gassman has to do after that.
She almost.
She had one. She just couldn't get it off.
Almost not run out of time, or else she was going to put up a shot. That quarter ends with a flurry. Coach Hutchison.
Yeah, his frustration's hitting it.
There was some contact down there right in front of us, but no foul was called, and Brindley Bogue stepped up and drained a three. 36-21. Westminster leads this one with 1 quarter to go. Was quite an impressive quarter. South Carroll did not hit a field goal.
Quite impressive. Westminster came out with more intensity than South Carroll this quarter. That's it. They willed their way. And you know what? It was spurred off by Berge. She was aggressive in the paint, got them in foul trouble, and that got the rest of the team going.
Absolutely. You said fouls would be an issue, and it was a matter of when, right? Not who, but when. And a couple right early in the first minute and change of the third quarter.
Absolutely.
Was the difference in that third quarter. They held the Cavaliers without a field goal. I think all their points came from the free throw line.
And as I look across, I see Todd's going to come back in the game. She's going to come back in with 4, I believe.
I just think at this point you almost have to.
He's going to go for it. Coach Hutchinson's going to go for it.
36-21 is our score. There's your player matchup. Maddie Gassman got going a little bit there in the third quarter. But again, it hasn't been a game where she has had a chance to quote-unquote take over, and that's South Carroll's credit. But to Gassman's credit, she's getting her teammates involved as well.
That's correct. And you see they're doubling, so they're doing pick and roll. She probably could have had about 4 or 5 assists if they would have made the layups.
No doubt.
So
no doubt.
They're getting the shots they want at this point in time. I can understand Coach Hutchinson's frustration with that last call, and they got a 3. That's actually a 50-50 call. They could have called it a block, and at the end, you could see that Bogue did extend her arm a little bit. It's one of those things. Which way you're going to go?
Right.
They're letting them play.
Right.
That's where it's going to. That's what it's going to be.
Some of South Carroll's fans trying to cheer on the Cavs. You see Charlotte Harrington talking to one of the referees here just to get an idea of what to expect maybe in this last quarter.
We'll see if Coach Hutchinson got in her head. We'll see if the calls go the other way this quarter here. Yeah, it happens. I'm telling you, it happens.
It's a game of it's a gamesmanship,
yes,
right? You got to say your piece in that minute and a half break in the quarter.
Oh,
and Emma Jones is back in. That was off her hands, and it's a turnover there in front of not in front of, along the baseline. So South Carolina has a chance here to chip into the lead.
Yeah.
And Jenna Todd brings it up the court.
Nice curl.
Nice job. Oh,
nice curl.
Yeah, it was. Everything but the bucket there by Kendall Curtin. That was a good play design. Well executed, just didn't get the shot to fall. And you're going to need those now the rest of the way here with 7.5 to go. Almost got to be flawless the rest of the way to try to get back in this game. Oh, there's a turnover.
Oh.
That could have been a foul.
Yeah.
It wasn't called. Harrington. Oh, that's a bad pass by Harrington. It did get deflected, I will say that. Got deflected, so give Westminster credit.
There's Berge.
There's Berge. No, she couldn't save it. So, again, it's funny. First minute of the third quarter, it was like, there you go. He took the words out of my mouth. Coach Urban called the timeout. I was going to say, you got to settle this down. We got a 15-point lead. We don't have to.
And you can see it. Maddie was trying to do it.
Yeah.
There's no need to get crazy here.
Exactly. Well, but again, these are younger players. They're feeling it, right? We hit a free at the end of the quarter. They don't have a field goal in the second half. We're dominating. Let's run and gun. We got 7 minutes to go. Slow down.
And you know how this game goes. The whole quarter could flip. Westminster might not hit a basket this quarter, and then South Carroll get high.
100%.
Next thing you know, it becomes a game again.
100%. In this gym a year ago when these two teams played, South Carroll was in control, had I think it may have been as much as an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. Westminster chipped away, came right down here in front of them, the basket in front of us.
Right on that block.
Had to tip up.
Yep.
Whether it was good or not with the time left, we'll never know, but they counted it. It went to overtime, and the Owls won. That's a big road win on their way to winning the county championship last year.
Absolutely.
And we know what South Carroll did, played a regional final. So two tough teams playing each other here. Right now, Westminster has the best of it. Pass inside. Jenna Todd turns and pops. No good. Rebound by Gassman.
So they can be aggressive with her now.
I agree with you about the quarter could flip, but right now it's
time.
Time, and those shots got to fall if you're South Carroll. Here's Gassman for three. Wide open, no good. Todd gets the rebound. South Carroll
trying to foul.
Hurry.
Yep. She don't want to foul. Straight up in the air.
She didn't. Now she's reaching two. This is Bogue. Guarded by Kendall Curtin.
Nice crossover.
Berge.
Nice
bounce
get back.
pass. It might have been one too many, though.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. Going to stay with Westminster.
Still great hustle by both these teams.
No doubt.
Great hustle.
No doubt. Emma Jones inbounding. Berge puts it up. Oh. Harrington pulls that one down.
Oh. That could have been a foul. That could have been a walk. They're just letting it all go. That's a walk.
We got it all happening here in the fourth quarter. Foul called there on. It's her fourth.
Yeah.
Her fourth. Team first.
And Riley Bunting. Nope, it's going to be Cole Peach and Bunting. Both coming in. So like you said, Tim, a minute ago, time not on South Carroll's side, and every possession's got to be offense. You got to score.
That's correct.
Almost every time down, and that doesn't help either when you're missing free throws. I credit Westminster in the second half for just turning things around on South Carroll. South Carroll played a good first half.
This is where South Carroll's missing Leah Miller.
There's no doubt.
Okay, in the fourth quarter, you have a go-to player, and this is the time to go to her.
And they have others who can do it, but it's just you.
Absolutely.
When you miss one of the best in the county.
Absolutely.
It shows. It shows. We'd be saying the same if Maddie was out for Westminster.
Absolutely.
Bunting for three. A little short. Again, probably not the shot you need.
Not the shot you need. They did smart by pulling it up. South Carroll's trying to speed them up on the press, which they should do.
It's a good idea and a nice pass, but out of bounds.
But unless you have that layup, you got to pull it out.
There's Jones bringing it up. Emma Jones.
Nice
How about
move.
that? She's happy with herself, and rightfully
Yes, she
so. Get Jones 2. It's 38-22. Oh, almost double dribble.
Yeah. I was watching the corner. She was open. Nobody was guarding her.
Harrington misses a 3.
Uh-oh, jump ball.
Good hustle by. Yeah, it's going to stay here. That was a good hustle by South Carroll.
Yeah, Westminster's got to get strong with the ball here. South Carroll's going to be extra aggressive here.
Yeah, and there's been no fouls called on South Carroll for the first 3 minutes. Todd will step back and try a 3. Off the mark. She's going to take another one.
Yep. You can see it coming.
Yeah, she knew it. She wanted it. Harrington in the corner. Timeout. Yep.
I think Coach Hutchinson realized can't go for the Hail Marys yet. Let's score some. Let's get some baskets.
Yeah, there's still, for them, 5 minutes to go, right? I know they're down by 17, 16 right now.
Yeah, but you still have to get the inside. Get to the inside, and that'll open up the outside shots. Right now, they're a little bit forced. Let's make them in rhythm.
Get back. Try to get back into your offense, too, right?
That is correct.
Get back to what got you here.
That is correct. They have the right idea on defense. Let's press. Let's make Westminster get up there and take quick shots, and that's what you want. Whether they make it or miss them, that's the game you got to play right now.
.451 remaining in the third quarter. There's Dave Urban drawing up plays. The ninth-year coach for Westminster done a really good job. There's Ryan Hutchison in just his second season with South Carroll.
Turn this program around.
Both guys have done a great job.
Yes.
Coach Urban's been consistent in his near decade at the helm. And Ryan coming from Howard County and turned things around. Like you said, there was maybe a little bit of turmoil in the program and just a lot of girls graduating. And who was coming in? A young team, right? He had Jenna Todd as a freshman. He had a bunch of juniors. And he's done a good job. They had a winning record last year, got to regional final, and they've, until tonight, have won 6 in a row. Their streak is in jeopardy here, though, with less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
I believe his hand was even tied. Last year, they didn't even have a JV team, am I correct?
You are correct.
So he's building this whole program back up, and now people want to play.
Very good point. I forgot about that, but you're right. They had no JV program for a season. Here's Todd. She'll take that 3 again.
That looked good. I thought that was going in myself.
I did too. Well, that was the drawn up play right there.
Yes.
So he's got confidence in his girls to try to hit those 3s, get back in the game. Haven't been too many of them fall tonight. Gassman, trademark Gassman, spin around Harrington. And it is getting away from South Carroll here. Pass in, Harrington.
There you go. Take it to the basket. That's okay.
Yeah, that was a good.
It's a little bit forced. They were straight up, but they got to take it to the basket.
That was a good idea by Harrington to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Intercepted. Gabby Evans. Gabby Evans will go. Gabby Evans gets
good
it
block.
Taken out by Maddie Gassman. That's a sophomore going against a senior. But South Carroll keeps the ball. 4 minutes exactly. We're halfway home in the fourth quarter. Reminder, stay tuned. We'll have a post-game interview with the player of the game. We'll wrap it up from here. A little bit
so it can hit the top.
Yeah, that's true. I thought maybe it can't hit the support beams.
Can't hit the support beams, correct.
So that was a little bit of an errant shot there. But anyway, we'll wrap it up with Tim. Oh, nice hustle there by South Carroll. Jones and Curtin going at it. Jump ball turnover will be South Carroll's ball. But good hustle there by Jones.
Absolutely.
Or by Curtin, rather. Oh, both.
Now entering the Cavaliers, number 34.
I'll tell you a good job is Caden Curtin. She's been guarding Gassman all game. She is not in foul trouble.
She is not.
And she's guarded a nice, clean game. And you could say the same thing about Gassman. She's not in foul trouble.
No.
She's been prone to get in foul trouble.
Correct. Entering the game for the first time, freshman center Emma Meisenkothen. So she's coming in to try to give a few minutes and give South Carroll some size. That's one thing Ryan's got. Hutchinson's got some size on this team.
Yes, she does. Nice way to go to the
Harrington
basket.
goes to the hoop.
With abandon.
Sacrificing herself to get trying to get to that basket. Now, I think, let's see, they do have a field goal now, I believe. Did they hit one earlier in the fourth quarter? They might not have. I thought they did. I thought somebody went to the hoop and scored, but nice stroke there by That was just the first foul of the whole quarter between.
The whole quarter.
Right? I see zeros on the scoreboard.
That is correct.
Something might not be working, though. That can't be right. Wow. We'll see.
I honestly thought Aspen Higgs had more fouls than I thought that was their third. But
there's a three-point play.
Yep.
Unconventional way.
There they are, speeding them up. See if they can get a turnover, a quick shot.
Still down by 15, though.
With this new rule, it's a walk.
Yeah, yep, she got caught up.
With that new foul rule, you cannot foul. I mean, you can't even get the 1-and-1.
So the scoreboard, I believe, has something going on, a little malfunction. It's listing no fouls for either side. That can't be right, unless I'm new rule. I'm not. You see zeros, right? I see zeros. Okay, even though they have a foul given to Aspen Higgs for Westminster.
Oh, good solid screen.
Hard screen. Bogue wasn't ready for that shoulder. Harrington packs a punch. I mean, she's a big, strong girl.
The defense has to call that out. Her help's got to call that out.
Yeah, she'll be all right. Full timeout, 60-second timeout for South Carroll with 3 minutes exactly to go. How impressed are you so far in the second half with Westminster's defense?
I'm impressed by the entire second half, both defensively and offensively.
Fair.
They came out and they actually put pressure on the ball, which we thought they would do in the beginning, and they didn't. And then they decided to play basketball and not rely on Gassman. And you see that the team picked them up. Everybody picked her up.
Just a reminder, coming up next week, we've got a game of the week, but it's actually going to be a match of the week, our very first wrestling game of the week. Man Valley comes right here to South Carroll High School on Wednesday, January 29th. It'll be our first foray into wrestling, and we can't wait to give it to you. One of the best teams, two of the best teams around, Manchester Valley and, of course, South Carroll. We have talked about them already. It'll be the Mavs and the Cavs from Winfield next Wednesday. Stay tuned for more information as we give you our very first wrestling game of the week broadcast. I expect a crowd just about the size of this one for that wrestling match next week.
I bet so. We're getting ready to be standing room only. You can see it's filled up.
Yep. Every time the game resumes, Tim and I get up, we stretch our legs a little bit here, just see over top of the stands and the fans. And the only part that's really not that full right now is the area behind South Carroll's bench. That'll fill up once the boys' game gets
That's halfway fill, so that's going to get there.
Poke in there by Westminster will stay with South Carroll. So I guess the fouls were correct. I mean, we got one foul for...
They made that adjustment.
Maddie Gassman just tried to tap it away. Good hustle, as we know about Maddie Gassman. That's what she brings to the table. Although with her offensive talent, no less. And shot clock should probably be down by a couple seconds. Coach Urban noticed it.
Yeah.
Either it got reset. Yep, accidentally.
Westminster never had possession.
Yep. Good eyes and good job by the scorekeeping crew over there to get it set. So South Carroll brings it up.
Under 3 minutes.
Yeah, and under 10 to shoot. Got a little lost there. And
she's going.
This is Harrington going up.
Yep, she's going.
Well, she did a good job, but Berge made her go a little further than she needed to. That never hit the rim.
Right.
Let's see what happens.
I think they called a foul before the shot clock violation.
They call a foul on 14?
I believe it did.
That's her fourth. She ain't coming out.
No.
Not with 2:41 to go. Can't afford it at this point, down 15. Ooh, dangerous there. Yep. South Carroll almost made Westminster commit a turnover, but Maddie Gassman will get it up the court after Brindley Bogue got it to her. Oh, and guess what?
Bailout.
That's it.
5.
She's done.
That's definitely frustration.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah. She's taking her shoes right off. Who I thought she was.
I don't think just yet, but
she's definitely frustrated.
Long pass over to Higgs, back out top. Bunting.
Good move.
Good job by Riley Bunting to get in there.
Yeah.
Berge with the rebound. Berge. She wanted that one too.
Yeah, she did.
But a good board. Yeah, she traveled. Yeah. So this is really told. This is told the tale here. This second half. The way Westminster has done it. I mean, it has been impressive. Because as successful as South Carroll had been in the first half in doing that to Westminster, Westminster doubled it up on South Carroll in the second half.
That is correct. And you know what, honestly, with the crowd, adrenaline pumped up, South Carroll came out a little flat. And Westminster said, you know what, we're going to
in the second half.
Yes, in the second half.
I agree. Because in the first half, both teams were inspired. They were playing feisty. They were playing clean. I think obviously there were some fouls, but there was
nothing dirty.
No, both teams going at it.
Yeah,
that could have been a foul there. Instead, it's a turnover. Riley Bunting's going to try to make it tough. Oh, nice job by Evans.
Oh, she's still trying to foul.
Curtin to Curtin. And Rowan Miller couldn't quite corral it.
Jump ball.
Maddie will get the jump ball. And that'll be back toward Westminster. So Maddie forces a turnover there.
Jump ball call, possession arrow to Westminster.
Just a minute and a half left in this fourth quarter, and Westminster on its way to another county win, and they'll be their 10th win of the season overall.
If I saw correct, I believe they are ranked from the Baltimore Sun. I think number 15.
Could be in the metro area. Yeah, yes. I mean they deserve to be recognized for sure. Double team is going to leave Bogue from way out of there for a three. She was open though.
Yes.
Here's a pass down. Here's Caden Curtin. Nice extra pass. Miller. Yeah, it's giving up a little bit of size under the hoop. There is Rowan Miller. And now Gaspin can bring it up with 1:06 to go. Boys game waiting. Sylvia Berge scores off the glass. Nice inside, outside.
She's feeling it. She was calling it for that ball before the ball came over the half court. She wants it.
She had missed one before that. I think that's what got her going. That's what got her going. And out of bounds, I believe, South Carroll. So,
are we doing player of the game today?
We'll have the player of the game today.
I think Berge's a candidate.
I had an idea it might be her. Yep. Don't strong arm me now.
I just throwing out a vote.
I think that's a good one. Maybe we'll see if the freshman's got some post-game comments for us here. She's definitely had a good game.
Yeah.
As have a lot of her teammates. Riley Bunting in double figures. Maddie's got 10. Bunting will take a jump shot, no good. 17 seconds, South Carroll trying to get on the board. No foul called. Yep. Rowan Miller took it strong to the hole.
I think it's time that they want to water. Time to go to the locker room.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
42-25 is your final score.
That's in the score. Westminster 42, your South Carroll Cavaliers 25.
Pretty impressive second half performance by the Westminster Owls. They improved to 6-1 in Carroll County play, and they'll be 10-2 overall. That snaps South Carroll's 6-game winning streak. 5-2 though, still South Carroll in the county, 8-5 overall. It's always tough to get a county win. It's doubly tough to get a road county win, and Westminster got both of them today.
Especially when it's like a homecoming. You have a Hall of Fame. You have a state champion unveiling.
All against you, right?
All against you.
You're the unwelcome guests.
100%.
And a 42-25 victory goes in favor of the Westminster Owls.
In case anybody's wondering, it looks like a bunch of yellow jackets around here.
Buzzing around,
yellow and black all over here.
Tim, just before we take a break, quick thoughts, and we talked about it here most of the fourth quarter. How impressed are you with the way Westminster handled themselves in the second half?
Very impressed. I'm not sure what the final stat was, but I think South Carroll either had one basket or two baskets.
It wasn't a lot.
In the second half,
yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
The rest were free throws. I think they held them to 8 points total in the second half. It was nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're going to step aside one more time, but don't go away. We're going to come back, talk to Tim, see some of the highlights, and then chat with the CMSportsNet player of the game. It's all coming right up. Don't go away. The CMSportsNet game of the week is coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
All right, welcome back. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Tim Whitehead, Pat Stoetzer with you. We're going to be joined in a moment by our CMSportsNet Player of the Game. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the second half highlights of this one. And Tim and I have already sort of dissected what Westminster did to South Carroll in that second half, held them to maybe 1 or 2 field goals, and really got the job done defensively.
Absolutely. They took it to them on the offensive end, and defensively they put pressure on.
The defense set up the offense.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
It was right in their face.
And
beautiful passing right there.
Yeah, it was extra pass. Manny Gassman got going a little bit, but the way that we saw Gassman, there was a few times with Tim where we thought, well, she hadn't touched it in a while. She touched it early in possessions, and she was able to get her teammates involved.
100%.
One of them was Xavier Berge, who we'll be talking to it here in just a moment, but there's Brindley Bogue getting on things. And again, it started to add up where we started realizing, well, South Carolina hasn't hit a field goal yet in the third quarter. A 5-point lead becomes a 12-point lead, and when your fouls are mounting up like they were, it was just tough sledding for South Carroll.
That's 100%. The foul trouble with South Carroll, they couldn't be as aggressive on defense as they wanted, and Westminster was extra aggressive. And they made the baskets. They did it.
So there's your final score, 42-25. And it's just, again, just an all-around performance for Westminster, but the way that they absorbed South Carroll's feistiness in the first half and took over in the second half, a testament to Coach Urban and a testament to how well the Owls played on the road.
100%. It was a great adjustment at halftime.
Maddie Aston with 10 points, Charlotte Harrington 9 before her fouling out. 4 field goals for Maddie, just another, and I know she had a handful of assists and a handful of rebounds. She did everything for the Owls, but it was definitely a collective team effort. So, Tim, I appreciate you joining me on the broadcast.
Thank you very much.
As always.
See you next game.
Absolutely, it was fun with Gold Rush, but don't go away. Stay tuned. We're going to talk to our CMSportsNet Player of the Game right after this. Coming right back with the post-game interview, and we'll wrap things up here from the Game of the Week. Don't go away. At CMSportsNet, it's game on. Tune in for a look at Carroll County sports scene. Join me as we preview upcoming games, talk with the coaches, and bring you exclusive reports you won't see anywhere else. Plus, each week we'll unveil CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Don't miss CMSportsNet's Game On, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We've got you covered.
CMSportsNet Player of the Game is brought to you by Genova's To Go and by Anne Arundel Dermatology.
Welcome back. CM Sportsnet Game of the Week, and the CM Sportsnet Player of the Game is freshman Xavier Berge, Westminster Owls. I think 14 points tonight, Xavier. Big road win against South Carolina. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Talk to me about the difference in the first half and the second half. First half was really even. Now, the score was even, but the way you guys were playing was even. What changed in the third quarter that got you guys over the top the way it did?
I think at halftime we realized that we need to have our heads up and look up, because we had a lot of open passes that we kind of didn't see, or if we saw, they were a second too late, and that makes all the difference. So at halftime we realized that we have to work more together as a team in order to put more points on the board and take the lead.
And you definitely did. On defense, you held them to maybe 1 field goal or 2 field goals in the second half. That's obviously a huge thing for you guys. And, when you guys played the first time, you had your way with them at your place. To come on the road like this and get a win in a hostile environment, it's Gold Rush night. South Carol's fans are all into it. You guys didn't let the first half get to you too much. They had the lead there and early, but you tied it at halftime. What's that say about the way you guys know how to get it done on the road like this and get a big county win?
I think it shows as a team we work together well, and that we can overcome challenges, because we knew that it was going to be crazy, that they were going to have, it was going to be packed. Yeah. But Coach Urban always he kept putting in our heads that we're not going to get a whole lot of games like this in high school. So when we do, we have to take advantage and build off of the things that the people on the student section are saying.
Absolutely,
and only motivate us.
Yeah, you can't let it get to you, right? I mean, the best way to keep them quiet is to go what you did in the second half, which you guys did. One last question, and I'll let you go. Everyone knows that kind of Westminster goes through Maddie. She's doing everything for you guys, rightfully so. But when the other team knows that too, they double her, sometimes triple her. That's up to you and Riley Bunting and Brindley and Aspen. And you guys did that tonight. How satisfying is that to know that, okay, they might shut Maddie down for a while, but other people on this team can step up, and you did it tonight, and others did too. It's got to be a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, it's really good, because we know Maddie, she's the lead scorer, and she's a really talented player. And obviously other teams are going to catch on to that. So we know as a team that we have to collectively work together to try, because we know they're going to shut her down. So we have to find other ways to make points and help her out, or help her get those points.
How's it feel to keep stacking up wins?
Feels good.
Well, congrats on one tonight, and good luck the rest of the season. Xavier Berge, our CM Sportsnet Player of the Game, and that'll do it for the Game of the Week. I'd like to thank Tim Whitehead for joining the broadcast. Obviously, special thanks to Tim Novotny at South Carolina AD, making this cooperation possible, and a good Gold Rush night. And there's one more game to go, and you can watch the boys' game after this on our live broadcast. Be sure to watch all of our high school sports content online on Facebook and YouTube, and you can also do so by visiting our website at cmsportsnet.com. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at CMSportsNet Action, and you can watch us on cable channel HD 1072. So for Xavier Berge and Tim Whitehead and everybody here at South Carroll, I'm Pat Stoetzer saying have a good Friday, have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.